today I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step on how to set up the rifle locomotion, and it will be a full step-by-step with the stops, the starts, the idles, and includes our crouch as well, with all the necessary bits to get that set up. It'll also run you through a very quick lesson on how to debug this so that you can use it for your own stuff as well, and you can start making videos and checking where it's going wrong. So fair warning, I would say that this video is a lot of sort of copy and paste. It's very repetitive in the way that it's set up. We need to repeat the same actions to set up these animations in certain places. So it's a lot of moving one thing to another. I've left timelines and time links in there, but it doesn't tend to go through the why things are happening. The previous video I did on setting up the system will do that, so have a look into that one for the why it works a certain way and how to do the basic setup first. This is a more of an intermediate to advanced sort of tutorial. So with that being said, let's get it. First step, I've left a link to the pistol and the rifle animations that we're going to use, both the originals and the retargeted ones. And the reason I want you to download this is because I've organized them so that it's much easier to follow. So we're just going to move through each folder and set up each animation and its PSD, and it's going to be quite an in-depth tutorial and setup, and by the end of it you should have a fully working system for, we're going to do rifle, but then you can just copy it for the pistol. If we come here and type in stance, you should have a stance file, and if you duplicate that, so Control D, and we'll call that weapon type here, and then add in all your weapons, so unarmed, katana, spear, twin sword, magic, pistol, and rifle, and remove those from the stance section because we want to be able to do crouching as well as having a rifle equipped. And at the current state it's in, it overwrites those two, so we can't do that. So next we need to add that to our ABP and to our character. So again, just come to variables, get a new enum variable, just drop this down to weapon type, and select weapon type. And then we've made a very quick select and switch on here, so they move from one weapon type to another. We're just getting the stance and changing that in the crouch and uncrouch. In our animation blueprint, we're just copying this node here, getting a stance, and then we've got another node, and then we're getting the weapon type from here as well. And then back in our post search databases, we're just looking for enum or and enum value weapon type. Okay. So next, more cleanup. We're going to add a row, and we're going to choose a nested chooser, and we're going to create a new one, and we're going to make this our idles, and then we're going to open that up, and we're going to add in an asset, and then we're going to move all of our idles from here. So our stand idle, all of our stand idles, so katana, magic, spear, twin sword, etc., we're going to move them into our idles nested chooser. So let's just make sure that this is right, and all of these are stand, and then this weapon type can be any. And what we're going to do inside this idle is put all of our stand idles and choose based on the weapon type. So we're going to get our stand idle, we get our normal one like this, and then we're just going to duplicate that a bunch of times. I'm going to get the pistol one, the katana, spear, twin swords, like so, and then we're going to get an add column and an enum, and we're going to bind that to weapon types. And then this one's going to be our unarmed weapon type, then our pistol and our katana, spear, twin sword, and magic. And then we can grab these stand idols that we've got in here and delete them, and grab this top one and delete that as well, like so. So now if I go to default level, so it all still works fine, it's just a little bit cleaner. So we've got our rifle anims here, and we're just going to open up the post search database dense, open up stand idols, and go through our idols one by one. So to do that, we're going to find stand idols and we're going to duplicate it. We're going to add stand idols rifles to it, open that up, and then inside the rifles file that you have, there should be a idle file. So idle break fidget, just drag this in here, like so, and it'll appear in there. And that's it for idols. Idols, it's super easy. And then just make sure your weapon type is idle. So then we're going to come out of here. We're going to go to turn in place. Find the PSD dense stand turn in place. Duplicate that. And call it turn in place rifle. Come here. Duplicate turn in place. Call it get turn in place rifle. Find that, open it up, and then find our animations and drag them in. Just going to make sure that our animations aren't looping because we don't need them to loop, but that they do have root motion, footlock, and normalize on as well. So we've got 180, 90, 180, and 90. And we're just going to disable the 90s and the 180s, and then Control A, all of them. You'll be able to see that's been added. And that's it for the turn in place ones. So we've got our turn in place rifle set up, and then we need our run stops. So again, find run stops. We're going to duplicate run stops. We're going to call it run stops rifle, add it here, make sure that we make it so that only the weapon type is rifle. So open it up, move over here, go back to our jog folder, and then we've got these stops like so. So we can drag them into here, and we've got the backward, forward, left, right. So then we just need to find them in the database. So this is back left foot and back right foot. So we're going to disable both of those. And then this is front left and front right, and we're going to disable both of those. And then we've got left left with the left foot and left left with the right foot. I'm going to disable both of those. And left right with the left foot and left right with the right foot. Disable both of those as well. And the same for the RRs. They're all going in the right direction. And we already have this right one just here. Back left is fine. Back left, right foot is fine. All of those other ones are fine. So we'll come out of that. So that's our run stops. So that's it for the idols. Now if we go to the runs, we've got our run starts. So we can open that. Find our stand run starts. Duplicate that. Stand run starts rifle. Come back to our content browser. we've got our starts, rifle jog, start, left, right. Come back here and put them in here. Then we want to get our back left, back right, start again, disable those. So back L foot, back right foot, we want both of those gone. And then we want start F, L foot, start L, right foot, both of those gone. And then we want LL left foot, LL right foot, both of those gone. And LR, L foot, LR right foot. And the last 4 as well, because we've already got those 2. And the reason we're leaving in as not deleting is just so that we can tweak on the fly if we need to. So come back to post search database, got our run starts. I'm going to call that run starts rifle and make sure that only the rifle is selected in our weapon types. So that's our run starts. Then we've got run loops. So we're just going to find run loops. We're going to control D, run loops, call that run loops rifle. Open that up. Go back to our content drawer. Go back to our rifle. We've got our loops here. So we can drag those into run loops, like so. So then we've got backwards, get rid of that. Forwards, get rid of that. LL, get rid of that. And RL, get rid of those as well. So we just duplicate that again. Run loops rifle. Make sure our rifle set up like that. And then in our content drawer, we've got pivots. So we're going to get our pivots, find pivots, and we're going to duplicate that. And call it pivots rifle. And we're going to duplicate it here. And then we've got pivots rifle. And we'll just tidy this up in a second. And we just want to make sure that at the end it's saying it's a rifle and this one is not equal to rifle. So let's open up pivots rifle. And then if we go to jog and our pivots, we drag those in to here. So we've got backwards pivot. Just find the pivots. So this is pivot back, left foot, and pivot back, right foot. That's back to front. And then we've got front to back, left and right. And we've got LL, RL. Then we've got LR, RR. And then we've got RL, LL. And that should do it. So now we've got backwards to forwards, forwards to backwards, left to right, and right to left, and all the other pivots are still exactly the same. So if we've got our pivots done, Yep. And let's check this run spin transition. What does that look like? We don't have any animations for that, so that can be left alone. So if we tidy up this pivots, we're going to want to duplicate standard run pivots. Drop this down to nested chooser. Make it a new nested chooser. Call it stand run pivots, like so. Go to edit it. I'm going to add an asset and add another asset. We're going to get the stand run pivots and the stand run pivots rifle. Add a column, make it an enum or. Get weapon type. Weapon type is rifle, and then for the other one it's anything. And then we can get rid of this stand run pivots and this rifle pivots. And now any pivots that we've got just go in here. Just keeps it a little bit more tidy. Now we'll go to crouches. So we've got crouch idle. So we'll find crouch idles and we'll duplicate that. And we'll name that crouch idles rifle. And then we'll find our crouch here. And we've got an idle pose for our crouch. And we can drag these over here. Put them into that. And we don't need this crouch idle loop because we've got this one. Like that. And then on this one, we just need to make sure it is looping. It is ready to go. And then we can duplicate this and get crouch idles rifle and untick all of these. Just leave rifle. And that's crouch idles finished. The crouch walk stops. So if we open up crouch walk stops, we can duplicate that. We've got crouch walk stops rifle. We can open that up, put that up here, and then get the crouch walk stops modifiers, move them into here, and put them at the top here. So we've got backwards and forwards. So back left, back right. Let's get rid of those. And front, left, front, right. Let's get rid of those. And left, left, right foot, left, left, right foot. So the next four, and then the four below that. That's what. And that's that. And then we'll just duplicate this. Got walk stops. Now we've got walk stops rifle. And if we duplicate it one more time, we can choose to make this a nested chooser and make it a new nested chooser. Call it crouch walk stops. And then in here, we can add two assets. Call them the walk stops. And get walk stops normal and rifle. Again, we'll put this on an enum or we'll bind it to weapon type. And this can be everything apart from rifle. And then this can be rifle. And then out here, we just need to delete the other two. And then this is fine. So walk starts, crouch turn in place. Have we got any animations for crouch turn in place? We do. So we can open up crouch turn in place, find it, duplicate it, crouch turn in place, rifle, get the animations, come here, put them on, turn off the two 90s and the two 180s, and that bit is done. and then we can duplicate turn in place and make it turn in place rifle. Untick all of these and make it rifle on its own. And then we got crouch walk starts, crouch walk loops, and crouch walk pivots. So we got crouch walk starts. So we're gonna find crouch walk starts, duplicate it, name it for the rifle, open it up, find crouch walk starts, add this to it, and then we're gonna find the back left, back right, front, and then all of the sideways ones as well, like that. Then we're going to duplicate crouch walk starts, and we got crouch walk starts rifle, and we're going to duplicate again, and we're going to change it to a nested chooser, and we're going to make a new nested chooser called crouch walk starts, and then we're going to add an asset. We get the crouch walk starts, duplicate that, get the crouch walk starts rifle, add a column, make it an enum or bind that to weapon type, and again select all of these apart from rifle and make that one rifle. And then we're gonna just delete the two new crouch walk starts we've got because we've got this nested chooser. I'm gonna come to crouch walk loops, grab that, duplicate that, crouch walk loops rifle, and we're going to open that up, go to our content browser, find our loops file for our crouch, come here, drop that in, disable back, disable forward, disable LL and LR, disable the bottom 4, and then press A. We've got our crouch walk with our rifle, and the ones going off to the side, they won't have the rifle, but we'll do an animation lesson at some point soon. So we're going to duplicate crouch walk loops, got loops rifle, duplicate it again, drop it to nested chooser, and we're going to call this nested chooser crouch walk loops, and we're going to open it up, and we're going to add an asset and add another asset, and then we've got walk loops, we've got crouch walk loops, and crouch walk loops rifle. Add a column, make it any no more, and make it weapon type. Make sure that the first one is all of them, apart from rifle, and the last one is rifle. And then we're going to delete these loop ones, and then we're going to get our rifle and just check if it's got pivots. It does have pivots. So we're also going to need to sort out the crouch walk pivots. So we get that, duplicate that, crouch walk pivots, rifle, get our crouch walk pivots, and put them into here. We need to find our just normal back ones, which are these. That's the back left, back right, back. So we don't need the left foot or the right foot. This is off to the side, this is off to the side. So we've got front, left, and right foot. And then we've got the LLs, and the LRs, which we can just get rid of. and the turns are all fine, and that bit is fine. So then we duplicate crouch walk pivots, and then we've got crouch walk pivots rifle, and we'll just duplicate the top one again and make this a nested chooser, and then we've got crouch walk pivots. Go into that, add 2 new assets. We've got crouch walk pivots and crouch walk pivots rifle. Add an enum or, go to weapon type, get all of them apart from rifle, last one, select rifle, and then we can delete the PSDs so that we've just got the nested choosers. It moves along. And backwards it moves along with our rifle, and forwards to the side with our rifle. When we start going off to the side, it drops our rifle. And there we go. Rifle up. So we've got our full rifle set up here. Crouch move in. And we've got the start. So we can check the start rifle. And we can just grab that. And we can add notify track. And we can just make sure that we are overriding the cost bias to choose that one. So go to our rifle, go to crouch. There we are, straight into the crouch. Our rifle. Working, so let's go to our runs, like so, and we'll just check our run start, and we can see that we've got rifle ticked at the top, and our run loops, probably the same, yeah. We've got rifle, pistol, magic, and katana, yeah. And our pivots are fine. So now we just replay this. And we can see we've got our running up. It does it on the sideways. Apart from when we do a shuffle, boom. So we shall open up the debugger. So we'll do tools, debugger, and we'll do the rewind debugger. Select play, select record, and backwards. And this will give you an idea of what the debugger is doing. So when we are running backwards, it's in the loops rifle, which is where we want it to be, and it's playing the walk to run transition. For the entire run. And then it's playing the neutral run. Shuffle LR to LL foot here. So thence stand run loops rifle. So it's the offsets that are doing us in, like so. So now if we come here, get our rifle, we've got the forward one which we haven't sorted yet, and this side one which is sorted. The forward one, then if we do another rewind again, we can see where it goes wrong, just there. So let's rewind this, so you can see it's holding, it's holding, it's holding, and then it's not. So transition, sprint to run, right foot. It's being called here. So we've got natural transition, sprint to run, right foot, and we'll just disable both of those. And then here we have our full running rifleman, like that.